Hey. Hello everybody, it is I, Sit Back Reviews, aka the weird guy who's been talking about Skylanders for the last 2 years basically. This has been my life. Now if you're wondering, hey, this isn't his usual types of videos. He's not behind a mic, or talking about video games, or making really shitty opinions. And that's right. But this is a different type of video. We're doing a Q&A because a certain type of topic is taking a little too long. And it revolves around a mouse. Oh god, and he smells like cigarettes. I wanted to, do something interesting this month. Do something kind of fun, something different. And that is with a Q&A. So I sent a little poll like about 15 days ago. And asked you guys if you guys have any questions, both normal and silly Billy. And silly Billies you were. So with that being said, let's jump into some questions and see what you guys had in store for me. Okay, first question. Turn down my brightness. Jesus Christ, did I open the Ark from Indiana Jones? Okay, so actual first question. I'm gonna get all your guys' names wrong because I'm illiterate. From Ryder McClan, his question is, if you had the ability to create a new Skylanders game, what would the gimmick be, if any at all? Thank you for using the question mark. You get extra brownie points, Ryder. So honestly, when it comes to video game design, I'm pretty bad with it because I'm so wishy-washy because I overthink things. I like to imagine that my brain is like a nice, oily slide, so you're slipping down it and then suddenly there's one little bump and gone. But if I had to honestly make a gimmick for Skylanders, I feel like doing something with good versus evil might be interesting. I don't know, it's one of those gimmicks that I feel like in a lot of games it's pretty fun, but it can also go horribly wrong. So to me, I feel like making a game where you play the gimmick landers that have the ability to become more aligned with a good or bad would be pretty interesting, and you can play with the story with that, like having Chaos working with the Skylanders. But the difference though is that whatever the villains are gonna do to work against the main evil might not be the same, morality wise that the heroes would. So your Skylanders, or the gimmick landers in the scenario, would have not only a baseline skill move set, but they'll also have extra tiers of moves that will play into basically their alignment. So if you work with Chaos and let's say your character shoots sticky bombs, if you go with the light side, maybe the sticky bombs now have area effect damage. They do more, I would say they turn into shields, little paladin shields. And then if you align with more of the bad choices, your character can now go into a skill tree of black holes or health, health sucking or something like that. Really kind of give you that ability to toy with your Skylander, and it gives the player a choice, I would say. I mean, at the same time, this can all be the ramblings of a crazy man, and it wouldn't be the first. Now on to the next question. Ugh, God, I'm looking at the second camera to see how I look like, and I feel like I look like Edward from Twilight. So our next question is from Toltron, and he asks, what would your perfect mashup of Skylanders be for a singular character? Go crazy. An example could be Trigger Happy's primary attack with Terrafin's secondary and Voodoo's tertiary. This guy right here though, Toltron, this is an awesome question, need I say. Because you would never think to go crazy like this with a Skylander. So, let me ponder this. I think I have the solution to this perfect mashup. So to make the perfect Skylander, in my opinion, would be one with the most fuckery. So how I would go about this is that I would take Wind-Up's primary attack, the little like kind of like crank he has where he just goes attacking mode and it's on a meter. I would take that. Then I would mix that with Bowser's secondary move to summon Koopas, because when you can summon Koopas, not only is it cool to summon little minions, but if you hit the Koopas, they then turn into green shells that bounce around the stage. So now imagine if you're in a constant winding attack, and then you can hit your minions that are now bouncing all around the stage. But hear me out, add in Crash's third attack where he throws dynamite, but you can hit that dynamite to not only go further distance, but if I were to get a little crazy with it, because we just want to get more crazy, I would then allow the ability to maybe let it suction in and shoot out at the end of the attack to basically create the most craziest Beyblade like character in the game. Oh my god, do you know how fun it would be to just basically bumper cars all around the field and just watch the blood of your enemies like Oh, and before I forget, my soul gem for the character would be Stump Smash's waterlog ability, because that's stupid. Okay, so on to the third question, and this one is from Quacks F8. Quacks Fate. Quacks Fate! Oh! But his question is, would you rather sleep with Blastertron or with Chompy Mage? Both. And now the next question is from Bug the Sandworm. And their question is, least favorite Skylander element, just getting straight to the point, factoring in all Skylanders from said element. I feel like you could have probably moved the second half to the first half. I don't know why I'm digging into this. I took creative writing. See, I was raised on Pokemon, so usually my allegiance was always grass and water starters. Fire would just kind of be there and I didn't have a preference. But when it came to Skylanders, honestly, I think I aligned myself more with the tech element, if anything. Only because tech Skylanders just, they connect with me. Like, there is not really a tech Skylander that I didn't like. Like, in almost every generation, there were some good tech Skylanders that just always had me there. Trigger Happy, Boomer, Sprocket, what's it called, Bouncer. I mean, then we're jumping into like the laters, like Jawbreaker. So it's kind of like, tech has always been really cool to me, in all honesty. I think that stems from the fact that I like robots, steampunk, and science, I guess. And to add into that question, my least favorite element... Wait, was that most favorite or least? And I just fucked up this whole question. Oh. Well then, I am so embarrassed because my little Pandora's box thought you were asking for the best Skylanders element. And I went on a whole tangent, basically. So, yeah, I'm a little stupid, but we're getting there. Least favorite element would be magic. Magic was just an element that I didn't like connect with all the time, I would say. I actually do like a lot of magic Skylanders, Voodoo, Double Trouble, you know, Pop Fizz especially. But I think in every generation, magic just didn't click with me as much. There was not a lot of magic Skylanders that I was like, oh, that's so cool. So I guess to ultimately say is that the ones that are good get outnumbered by the ones that are bad, in my opinion. And that, kids, is basically racism in a nutshell. Oh, yes, this is a good one. Yes, I don't even have to read the whole question and I can already see like the potential and how this itches my little brain. Enjoyed Panda asked, favorite Skylander song. It can be one with sung lyrics or one with just instruments. I love video game music. It is one of my favorite types of music, basically. My favorite genres. I love it for some reason. And of course, Skylanders has such a rich orchestra of music within its series. If I'm gonna say one though, I can't choose one. But I could choose three. My top three songs, basically in the whole Skylander series, would be one, Willikin Village. Oh my god, it is so good. Just the orchestra from peaceful to upbeat and growing within it. Oh my god, it literally, I will sometimes, if I'm having a bad day, put some headphones on, sit on my bed, and just play that song, and it just kind of takes me out. It's surreal, I would say, and I would wonder how it would feel like if somebody was listening to it and was high. My second song would be the main menu to Swap Force. There's something about that like upbeat, you know, okay, you know what, I'm gonna stop this. But it has such like an upbeat tune to it, and when I started Swap Force, that was like the instant thing that grabbed me. It also could be because I listened to it for like 10 minutes straight trying to connect my 360 portal. But overall though, that song is awesome. And of course, if you've seen my Superchargers video, Supercharged with Love is just mwah, so cringy and so good. I love that they even attempted an 80s ROM like song type, like why? Who said this? And I love it. So those are my top three songs from basically the Skylander series. But if you ever ask me one of my favorite songs in like all of video games, I think I'll have an aneurysm to answer that because there's just so many. Every time I do a new question, I keep getting up and turning off the camera or recording I mean, and coming back down, and I swear like I'm gonna give myself like a fucking slip disc every time. Like, so the next one from Linky Better FJ1. What do you think is the best / most fun or most overpowered Skylander is? Oof. Okay, I have to be honest with myself because there's really two, but one of them I don't think I can count. If I'm gonna go based off of a kind of cameo Skylander, it's Bowser. I love how they did Bowser's design. I loved how they did Bowser's moveset. Man just swings a hammer, giving people fucking dementia with every hit. Summon minions, can turn into a big old bitch. He's so fun, and especially to me, overpowered. Never had a moment when I was playing Bowser where I was like, God damn, I need help. No! But if I'm gonna go with an actual Skylander, like one they creatively made, I have to say Smolder Dash. She is such a sleeper hit. I don't hear a lot of people talk about Smolder Dash, even though not only is her moveset so destructively creative, I mean, she's pulling the goddamn sun on a fucking goblin's asshole. Straight up giving him that anal bleach, basically. But she's destructive, she's strong, she has like a power boost. Everything about Smolder Dash is literally awesome, and her figure, it's all personal bias though. I can sit here and say fucking Smolder Dash, you can say Wrecking Ball, and I would love that opinion, but if one of you said Slam Bam, we need to talk. Okay, this one is from CamWhammy115. Me and my friends did a Skylander PvV tournament with every Skylander Swap Force, and below upgrades with Fair Fight on. Wrecking Ball just spamming the tug attack won the whole thing because the stun lock on it. Nice. I mean, in all fairness, though, it's not a question, but I think I just learned a piece of lore of this guy's life, so, I mean, bueno. Tex with a Z, dot 0802, kind of plays into your name. If you could only use one Skylander type for the rest of your life, which would it be? I think I kind of answered this with my favorite element, unintentionally, but I would say tech. Because, again, I love how a lot of the tech Skylanders are are basically robots and steampunk or playing into this basically, I don't know, like science type of idea. So I would say tech. I honestly, tech. I like it. It's always been my favorite. Now on to the next question. Pinkbread14 asked, what is your obsession with the fart sound effect? Well, let me tell you. See, I am a man of exquisite taste. I like classy things, elegance in my humor. The type of stuff that, funny little noise. And overall, I'm a huge man-child, and I love fart noises. I'm sorry. What am I, 24, and I still love fucking fart noises? I'm never gonna grow old out of that. And because I'm never gonna grow old out of that, I'm gonna force you guys to enjoy it. So welcome to your own personal hell of fart noises. You better like it or not, because you're strapped in, motherfuckers. Next one, and this one's actually pretty cool. Junior Benulo. Oh, I'm Spanish and I got this wrong, I bet. I've offended my whole culture in one word. Which starter pack is your favorite from Skylanders? I'm gonna have to say Spyro's Adventure. No matter what, Spyro's Adventure starter pack was the best and will always be the best in my opinion. It has the best of everything. You get balance between a heavy, a light, and a middle class. And not only that, it plays into a different style of what we usually get. A lot of games tend to do water, grass, fire. So personally, I will always have a soft spot for the Spyro starter pack. And I think a goal of mine is to actually find a starter pack still in good condition, or at least the figures and box, and just put it up on my shelf because it's so nostalgic. I have the Imaginator swap starter pack though, and I don't know if I should feel proud or a little disappointed that's the only one I have. Big R73 almost got me there. Which Skylander would win a hot dog eating contest? I have to say, my brain wants to say that Wrecking Ball versus Slobbertooth. Clearly, they're the two little hungry guys. I mean, both of them basically have the stomachs the size of the Grand Canyon. So, I can't decide between those two. But see, there's more to this question than meets the eye. Oh, silly Big, you thought you were gonna just get me with a normal who would eat a hot dog competition? But no. No. I'm gonna dig into this. I'm actually seeing the words appear from the screen. See, if we were to be more literal, this basically saying which Skylander would win a hot dog eating contest. Hot dog as in the Skylander hot dog. So this is basically saying who would eat hot dog. And if we're gonna go off of who would eat hot dog, Wrecking Ball doesn't like spicy food, and Slobbertooth doesn't like Mexicans. So clearly, the only person that would be able to eat hot dog and has an appetite would be Igniter. Wait, no. Red Cum Guy. Next one is from Storm Glider. And their question is, if you had to become any Skylander, which one would it be? Ooh. I could have a few ideas. If I were to be any Skylander, I think I gotta be with the one and only Wrecking Ball. Little guy has a place in my heart, and I would love to live life so carefree, oblivious, and just happy. like he does. Wrecking Ball, all he has to do is just eat. He just has to eat. He doesn't care. No taxes. No darkness within his world. All this man has to do is just eat. Little simple mind. He eats. Burps. Rolls into a ball. Life. Bliss. Bliss it is. I would want that. I would want that simple man's life. Just rolling around, causing destruction, possibly getting a lot of hit and runs without paying attention. But bliss. Pure, pure bliss.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Mips _ asked, what would be your dream gimmick, whether it's physical gimmick like trap / wops, or gameplay one like senseis and superchargers? And / or if you can give a certain Skylander a second chance to impress, Series 2 or Superchargers rework, which one would it be? Mips, you brilliant, beautifully questionnaire guy or woman. I want you to know you just basically answered your own question with, like, my own question within your own question. If I were to do another gimmick, I actually would love to get a lot of the older Skylanders reworked to, like, a newer, like, tune, basically. Because one of my favorite aspects to Superchargers was the fact that they took a couple of old Skylanders, threw them in the retuner, and they came out brand spanking new. And they still held on, though, to the original core value of them. Pot Fizz still did potions, but did he drink a potion? No. He would do a tuba type of potion. And I love that idea in Superchargers. It was probably one of the reasons why I think Superchargers just stood out to me more. And I feel like if they were to do a gimmick, they should revisit that idea and actually, like, kind of play more into it. What if Spyro still retained his, like, fireball, but now he uses a gun? There's a lot of potential here, and I think that would be pretty cool to just play with some of the older characters and give them a new, like, fresh color of paint. So I think that would be my gimmick if they would ever make that happen. But, you know, doubtful. That's a sad ending to this question. You know what? No. We're going to do a better ending to this question. You know, thank you for that question. Thank you. If you do watch this video, do you like cheese? Portobello by chance? Would you care for some cheese? Portobello by chance? I've realized that this video is basically you guys realizing I'm more unhinged than I come off to be. I mean, I don't know if my videos actually just show my unhingedness, but I promise you, if you ever met me in public, I am the most shyest little bug you ever see. But yeah, clearly behind this camera, I'm freaking Bobo the Clown. Domestic Bacon, I wonder how undomestic bacon is like, asked, what's the coolest thing you've thrown in the trash? Damn. Damn. If I can go back in time, sir. Oh boy, okay. I would say I've thrown a lot of cool things away. Not in the trash particularly, because I'm not that dumb. But I was dumb in some senses, such as taking my favorite Pokemon toy and throwing it into a fucking open field and not being able to find it. Wait, I swear I heard. Oh boy, we're nearing the end. Toothless dope. I'm gonna say that one more time. Toothless dope. I'm gonna do it one more time. Toothless dope. What is your favorite Skylander from each game and each type? I'll get to that one later. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we've made it to the final question, the one to close off this Q&A. This must be the most logical one, the one that would get me really thinking, the brain question, to close off this chapter of this book. Red QVMB asked, who would you think would win in an oiled up naked twerking contest? Eon or Chaos? Chaos. Height advantage.